devil will shake body more when your faith is gone. So long as you stay in faith, the devil run away. Do you know that perfect love cast out all fear? Immediately that fear comes, return back to the sincerity of the love of God. You will see how the devil will run. I can assure you that at any point in time the devil come to torment you. When he discover you are not afraid, he become afraid. But the moment you are afraid, he put more pressure the more again. Pressure the more again. Because devil cannot ever walk except he introduce fear. Fear is the devil's greatest weapon. It's not sin, it's fear. You will not understand our anchor scripture. When Adam and Eve sinned, what did they do? They run away. That is always the nature of a carnal man. Anytime they offend God, they say fear. God will kill me. God. That is good, but that fear should take you back to God. Why? Because the true help you need in the midst of that your situation is not running away from God, but running to Him. But a carnal man will think running away from God, he's protecting himself away from God. You don't know running away, it means you are looking for destruction. And so the need for divine help. How? By the mercy of God, there is an intervention. How God meets you in the pool of your iniquity and capture you back. There is an ability in God, not in man, in God, to lead to the bottomless pit and raise Jesus back from the dead. No wonder he went to hell, but he came out. How? You can't go there to resurrect him. You can't go there to bring him out. There is the same spirit that raised him from the dead. If that spirit dwells in you, the Bible said, it can quicken your mortal body. Even Jesus Christ himself need to be quickened, need to be helped. A spirit came to enable him. If that spirit never came, Jesus will remain in the grave. For grave cannot hold him captive. Death cannot keep him in bound. He was still not there because there was a support system of a divine help. There is a hand, an invisible hand that can rest upon everything you do, and I can assure you, it will amaze you. I will never forget the other time that we were flying to the region of Dubai. Of course, a long hour flight. And most time, because people have all these kind of flights, some people, when they are on transit, some people used to vomit, you know that? Even cars, some used to vomit. So do you know what the solution? Some people used to take alcohol so that they will be high. So that when you are high, you will not know what's going on. You just know that you have arrived. So you enter plane for long hours flight. All these 20 hours flight, you will see people drunken. Some are so high so that when we just reach, we're going to say we reach. And when I entered there, I saw the level of atrocity and carnality. I was wondering, these guys don't know that any small mistake here we may not live to tell the story. Why are you defiling the atmosphere the more? So I'm saying, God, mercy. When I turn mercy, I turn this other side, I see another thing. When I turn it, I saw all kinds of things. Maybe a boyfriend and a girlfriend trying to elope. Some of them are trying to leave Nigeria. Some of them are planning their way out, and all kinds of carnality. And in the midst of that carnality, you are the only righteous person. So it looks as though your prayer can't do anything. So your story becomes like the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Even if you are there, you can't save the entire city. So what preserves you at that point may actually totally be a divine help. There are many of you that have taken bike, that the bike man is a drunkard. You have taken bike and you are one, even you that don't know how to ride bike, you wondering, Kai, or God, waiting they happen today, but you still arrive there. You think it's by your strength you are right there. See, I can assure you that some of the cars you enter, it was destined for death, but a divine help. There is a hand invisible, and because of the faith and the confidence you have in God, you arrive your destination safely, not because you know how to, but because a God came for you. But the sincere situation is this: the devil will not be afraid. He will always come, no matter who you think you are. One day you'll be struck with a sickness. One day you'll be struck with a disease. And if you don't know how to engage the weapon of faith, you will die cheaply. If they do not wake Jesus from that situation, I can assure you, because they don't believe that Jesus is there, they will not capsize, they will capsize. It's a different thing if they were in the boat and they know, Jesus is here, this boat, nothing can happen. It was the same situation. Kumo is here, nothing can happen. If they tap into the grace of Jesus, nothing can happen. But because they were disconnected from him in that boat, they were the only one shaking. He was not shaking. No wonder immediately when he awoke, he calmed this thing. And they wonder, what kind of man is this? Of course, he's not a man like them. Sometimes when men say it's not possible, when they see you make it possible, they wonder, what kind of man? I will prefer men to say, what kind of man is this, than to pity you daily. I can assure you, this year you must ask God to do for you that which no man can do. There is a place where the limitation of men stop. There is a place where the wealth of there's just a location where everything you know can fail. At that point, what do? You begin to beckon for help. It's not pride, it's not arrogance, it's sincerity. Let me tell you the truth. In your pride and in your arrogance, you will die cheaply. But in your sincerity and humility, you know that you are limited. And because you are limited, there is something above you. Everybody will come to that point in time where they will cry for help. One of the greatest prayers I pray every day is, God, help me. The Lord told me categorically, He said, this year, many people will fail. Many people will fail. Many people make stupid and wrong decisions again. But those enabled and helped by Him are going to be exempted. At every junction, at every point in time, God will devise system to put in place to ensure you make the right choice, to ensure you make the right decision, to ensure that if peradventure something was stuck for apoptosis, you will be inhibited. Somehow you'll be stopped from accessing it. If you were supposed to travel and it was designed for death, somehow you will not go. If you are supposed to eat something and it was poison, you will not. Not because you are wise, but there is a divine intervention that comes just to preserve you. It's the enabling power of the help of God. Something you cannot do for yourself. And everybody that have ever succeeded have an element of the help of God. See, you cannot successfully succeed in life without God doing something you have not done for yourself. If everything is you calculating, your brain will crash. Cancer will kill you. Hepatitis will kill you. High blood pressure will kill you. In fact, stroke can even kill you. Your brain will catch tumor. How much more can you analyze physical things, talk less of spiritual things? Analysis will lead to paralysis. Your brain go dey hot anyhow. You go dey crash like hard disk. You must be able to come to a point where there is a smooth ride by the Spirit. Only those that are carried by the wind of the Spirit can enjoy the bounties of life. Because in this life, my brothers, mortal men die cheaply. Only those enabled by God survive. There is that ability of the immortals to preserve their own upon the face of the earth. Everyone is marked according to divine ordination. When I see the blood, I will pass. So the only thing that will make me pass is because I see something. So by the help of God, we access something in the Spirit that make everything that was evil pass us. When failure come, it pass. When challenges come, it pass. So even what came to kill you, suddenly see you become stronger. What came to challenge you, see you became stronger. And peradventure, God allow any affliction to linger for so long is because it's going to be what we prefer to it as a warfare of advantage. Because every warfare of advantage is like a soldier going for peacekeeping. When you go for peacekeeping, suddenly you return back. Because you are victorious, you are promoted. Because there are certain battles you must have to fight. You are fighting them for promotion, not necessarily for anything. God wants to be able to ensure that as you are fighting those battles, you'll be promoted in the Spirit. How comes other people appear in your dream helping you to defeat an enemy? It's because God has borrowed them as soldiers on envoy to be able to go and fight in a territory to which you are under oppression. So there are men to which God borrowed their faces to appear in people's dream, to stand together with them as weapons of war, to be able to defend against the onslaught of the kingdom of darkness. Those kind of people are borrowed as soldiers that are going for peacekeeping. But eventually there is trouble in the life of your neighbor. Suddenly you appear in their dreams and you say, peace be still. And because you went for that peacekeeping, when you return back, God elongated your rank again. Your honor of authority is given another rank. So you wonder, why am I fighting battles? Why am I contending? You are contending so that you can carry more grounds. Nobody rises in life without warfare. But I can assure you, warfares are won by the enabled power of the help of God.